You know what? I want to actually talk about this because it was, because I still want to do content, and and one of the guys' last wishes was to keep the show going. And I will honor their wishes because you know what, you know what made me change my tune a little bit because I just kept thinking about all the good times. Talking Miles we should just be us without all the before before all the trolling we would do. We would literally just like there were times where we just chilled and like the times they tutored me for various tests I had, even even help even really tried to drill in some knowledge for me at the end, one of the end of the year tests. I don't think they still do that anymore, but they were like, "Hey, we got you." I remember that. They did me for social studies too. They tried. I only got like a B, but they were still like, "Hey, and that's better than what you usually get, right? You get like a D, so that's better than what you usually get." So it's like that's what Miles would say, and then like Sky would be like, I mean, Tiger would be like, man, that's good. I'd say that's good enough for right now. I mean, people shoot for the stars, and this is just a stepping stone. And sometimes I get it, and sometimes I get ASDs. My report card used to be all over. When I was when I was a teenager, my report card was all over the fucking place, and then some. But not here. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I was just like out of my room for a minute, to give myself a second to just breathe and take everything in. My sister and my mom were like, "You okay?" Because I told them what happened, and they're just like, just looking at me and saying if I'm okay or not. And I'm okay. I really do miss them dudes. Sky misses them so much. And I'm trying not to break down in front of him because I don't want him to see me cry. But that's not important. What is important is that the guys we were gonna watch Toonami Rewind together. I don't even know how we're gonna do this. We're gonna synchronize our TVs and shit. It was gonna be fucking weird. But I don't know. We were all hyped about it. And I was just like, I'm still hyped about it. Because in a way, they're gonna be watching it with me. Well, me and Sky are gonna watch it together. But I feel like in a way, they're gonna be watching it with me. And we're gonna have. The only difference is I'm just not gonna hear them. I'm not gonna hear Miles' jokes about Sailor Moon characters, which is gonna be kind of sad. Where he always talks about what the Sailor Scouts are doing in the future. He's like, dude, Sailor Jupiter got a bakery. Sailor Sailor Venus is movie starring with me. And I just said, he would say that sometimes. I'd just be like, okay, why do you think Sailor Venus is gonna be with you, dude? Like, wait, what are your fucking credentials? He's like, my credentials is that I look good. That's one of the characteristics I've been given Prime. Just, just, just Miles' overconfidence that usually always like. I was always kind of overconfident myself, but like with Miles, every time it would work. I don't know. Miles was always the lucky one out of all of us. T was never that lucky. T was never that lucky. He'd always be like, curse your luck, Miles. Curse it. And I'd just be like, T, it's alright. I mean, shit, I'm not that lucky. And like, Sky would look, Sky and Jake would be like, we're not that lucky either. And we just all like laugh and laugh and laugh. Boy, I missed them. Talking, talking Miles are with Jake now. Probably hugging him. I don't know, man. I was feeling kind of down today about it, and like I don't know, man, because I was thinking about them, and like the clouds just kind of got lighter because the clouds were hiding up. Clouds were, the clouds were covering the sun or the rays of the sun, and it was just gloomy. And then when I started thinking about them, like the clouds open up, like it was just a good moment. So, anyways, um, what was the best? Like everybody's still kind of mad that we're not gonna get like original Dragon Ball Z, and I'm like, dude, no one wants to watch original Dragon Ball Z with all the filler. Some people want to watch. Some people are gonna watch like Kai because it has no filler. My dog is in here now. My room's air ducts had to be blown, so come. My dog had to go for a minute, and so did I. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. So, I don't get why everybody's dude, Kai's better because we ain't sitting around all this like filler, and some of the filler's good. The Namek stuff was tedious. I gotta be real with you. Nothing connected. Like there was like a whole like battalion of kids ready to fight Frieza, and that never came up. But I'm just like, eh. Naruto's coming back, and I know I'm kind of happy about that because when I was a teenager, I hated Sasuke. Me and the boys just hated Sasuke because back then, we weren't as like confident in our looks as we were like later on, and me, Taka, Miles, Sky, and like Jake would just be like, man, Naruto trying to get that chick, and like Sakura doesn't give two flying fucks, and we just only sitting there. Sky would just be like, guys, he isn't that bad. Come on. I'm not saying Sky's voice is that high. What kind of is? It reaches, but he was like, guys, it can't be that bad. And we just sit there and go like, yes, it is. Freaking Naruto freaking saves her from Gar and all this pink haired. Miles called Sakura a pink haired tart, and I just laughed my ass off. I don't know why. It wasn't particularly funny. It was just like it was just funny at the right time, and he just called her pink haired tart, and I was just like, dude. I'm not saying like Miles had like a particularly like British accent, but he can fake one, and it just sounds so authentic one time. I think he said it when he was doing that. But yeah, we would just sit there. I'd just be like, bro, why you looking at Sakura? I mean, look at some of these freaking Konoichis that are a little bit older. Mostly Unko, who was the one, who was the other one that, wait, Hinata, it was Hinata, Kiba, and dude. It's Chino. That's his name. You know, everybody be looking at Sakura, the beautiful, and I'd just be sitting there like, Sakura ain't beautiful. Sakura, like to me, isn't beautiful because just the way she treats Naruto. Like Naruto tried to really, Naruto was really trying to be like, you know, you can tell that he was trying to like get with Sakura, but Sakura was never like putting it down because he'd always care about Sasuke. But I always felt like Sakura never really understood. Sakura never understood Sasuke. That's why she was like, oh, I'm gonna bring him back. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm gonna bring him back. I get love is love, but it's like he tried to kill you. He tried to kill you, Sakura, and you just want him back. I think the biggest slap in the face in Shippuden was like when Sakura said "I love you" to Naruto, and even back then, the guys, even though we were kind of like, doing our own things, we'd literally be on Skype calling each other like, dude, did you see that shit? And I was like, yeah, I saw that shit. When I was like, there's just like a minute of us just going, did you see that shit? And we're all like, eh. I don't know. That always never sat right with me. You're gonna say I love you to Naruto just so he go back to the village and you can go kill Sasuke, which you know you ain't gonna do. I'm like, Naruto cared about you and now you're doing it. But I don't know if her feelings were really genuine. Or maybe she was just lying to herself. I don't know. But Naruto knew right away. He thought about it for a minute and he knew right away she was lying. So, I don't know, man. But everybody likes Sakura and freaking Sasuke. So I'm not trying to throw sand in there. But it's like, out of all the people you could have picked Sakura, you picked Sasuke. Sorry, I'm not trying to make this into a Sasuke rant with a few heartfelt memories here and there. Or maybe I am. But I think I can find my old video where I was talking about how I would write Sakura. I think it's around here somewhere. Another thing, another thing another thing that would always kind of bother me when it came to like Naruto. Like, God dang it, I can't think of it. It was on the. I had it for a minute and now it's gone. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just move on. I think I heard Jason DeMarco was asking for the request of what we want to see. So I'm thinking maybe we can get some Bobo up in there because little Bobo never hurt nobody. Although I think nowadays, whenever I watch it, something unlucky happens. I'm hoping that if Bobo comes on and I just watch it, nothing bad happens. That's what I want. But you know. But what do you tell me, guys? What do you think? Are you hyped for Toonami Rewind? Are you like Bugsy? You can totally watch it on like Toonami Aftermath. Did you guys ever remember Future Gohan, now known as Jimmy Snowden, when he was really like pissed off about like Toonami because it wasn't what he wanted, and then like he got pissed off at like Toonami Aftermath? Dude, that was a weird time, bro. I always hated that because it was like this man just really, really, really just didn't like Toonami. He's like, why would I care about Toonami? I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe because you always championed it. Like, the Future Gohan, now known as James Snowden, he was just, I don't know, man. There are people that are nostalgia blind, and then there are people that are just, like, hyping up the past, and when the past comes back to them, they're not really enthused. And I stopped watching the dude after he said he was the only one with the damn respect. He just like that dude had a complete 180, and it was like Neo Gainsparks had this, and I remember this. Neo Gainsparks was like really respectful, while Future Gohan was like literally just like I don't know, man. It was just like really weird. The guys weren't there for that one, but I remember telling them that. It's like I remember telling them that not not so long ago, and they were like, and Taka looked at me like, "What does he mean? He's the one with the damn respect." And I was like, somehow he's the one with the damn respect. I don't know. I just didn't understand that either because, like, bro, Toonami came, and this is back when Toonami got revived, and I started calling people Toonami unfaithfuls back in the day because it was I characterized those fans like that because Toonami came back, but it wasn't really what they wanted, so they got mad and pissy because I remember everybody was like, "Hey, I want Penny and Stocking, I want Dragon Ball Z Kai, I want name current anime here," and it was always like. And I don't know, Toonami can get what they can afford, and I was trying to explain that to Future Gohan one time, and he was still under the belief that Toonami got destroyed because of Naruto, but really it was Gundam. It's a whole thing, man. Like, man, I would say it was one of the older stuff where I was more like just kind of like, "Hey man, Toonami is gonna be all right." He's like, "No, no, it's not. Didn't get what I want with it, so no, it's not." I'm like, and then he just goes like a complete 180, like, and don't even get me started on Toonami Aftermath. When he was talking about Toonami Aftermath, he was like, I support the industry instead of watching like random clips." And I'm like, dude, some people want to just do that. Turn off the brain and just hang out. What's wrong with turning off your brain and hanging out? I just never understood him, and like he still kind of jabs at Toonami every now and again. I'm just like, bro, is it really that serious? Is it really that deep? You gotta constantly do that. You remember the backlash you suffered, like, and trust me, I had no part in that, but like literally, I just kept seeing the videos, and they would just get progressively worse. It's like he was deteriorating before my eyes. That was some wild ass shit. Like, really. And then he would be like, "Why do y'all think I like old things? I like new things." And this man, and like, let me tell you, this man would champion CN City so fucking hard that he'd be like, "Nah, CN City's good. I got the DVDs. I got the VHS." I'm like, bro, that's why people think you like old shit. But I don't know, maybe he was trying to distance himself from how he used to be. But it's weird. He's a voice actor now. So, I don't know. Even if you have like a weird past with like, fuck with basically, basically the thing that made us all love anime in the first place, somehow he was persevering, he got a job. And they would tell me it's One Piece. So I'm like, I can't really, I'm not really gonna dispute that because I don't know, but I think it's One Piece. I don't know if you guys know who James Snowden is, and you look up his like, and you look him up. Tell me, does he voice one? Tell me, does he voice the character in One Piece? Because I don't know. And this is one of my first videos of just the old Avatar, and well, the old Avatar where I'm actually talking about like just me kind of stuff without going too crazy or ranting. Because I used to do that. I want to go. I want to go back to just doing videos like this where I get to talk about stuff without ranting. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, because I want to see if I can do it with this avatar. I have a lot of memories tied to this thing. You guys don't understand. I was literally like messing with the color gradient of this back in the day, just to make it look different. Oh, a lot of editing tricks when I still had Filmora. But I kind of like that I have video prog because it's like easier and you get everything from the jump when you give them your email. So it's like you got everything. But I'm gonna go now. I'm just talking to talk, I guess.